Hello and welcome back, everyone, to the Little Conqueror in Peril on Rocket Rabbit Commentaries. And in this episode, well, Zhou Tai is going to be approached by a persons.
Dang it, I missed.
Got away. No meat for us tonight, Zhou. Huh? Zhou?
Uh-oh, where's my superpowers?
Hey, Xuan! Zhou Tai!
My family is missing.
How long was I chasing that deer?
Where have they gone to?
Soon, sir.
Huh?
You have taken Wu Jun and call yourself the Little Conqueror.
Yes.
No, not myself.
Yes,
really.
I do.
Just my people do.
Shoot, and who are you?
Look back on the path you have walked, one twisted by power.
Hey, it is not twisted by power. It is made open by power.
Flames of anger shall now become a vortex.
And they will pull in us
Suck
and
down
everything into
You shall
a
meet your end
singularity
here.
where nothing can
Hey.
escape.
What are you talking about?
I will intimidate you now with my right hand.
The Taoist mysticism.
They turned into trees.
Well, no, they have transported Zhou Tai into a delirious state.
Right, so this is not actually happening right now.
Well, it's technically happening. He's being physically affected by it, but
Are you Shugong's men? Brother! Forgive us. We got held up by some sort of sorcery.
Yeah, there's a lot of that
yes,
going
as
around.
Same thing happened to me.
because of the time period, these people actually do believe in magic quite strongly.
Now we just
Yugi?
get out of here.
Joey?
There is something curious.
And once you see how powerful Zhou Tai is, you might believe in magic too.
You believe in magic. With a hop, skip, and
Alright,
a jump,
so
anything's
what's happening
possible.
here is I'm using a special technique called dash canceling. What that allows me to do is, aside from being super fucking
Christ.
cool and fast, like seriously, Zhou Tai is my favorite character to play in the game,
Right.
specifically because he's got all these really cool things that he does that mutate from his jutsu stance, and it is so really nice. Anyway, dash canceling. If your character has got 4 stars as a specialty in the dash skill specifically, you have the ability to dash cancel out of a normal auto attack. However, this dash cancel puts you in an aerial state, allowing you to once again do an air attack. Well, after you land that air attack, since you are grounded, you can perform yet another dash cancel. Zhou Tai specifically can abuse the fuck out of this to actually be faster than horseback.
Yep.
It is insane.
Yep. Gotta watch out for. You gotta
And
watch
the
for those
thing
canceling
that is
exploits.
super cool about this is I think Zhou Tai's neutral air attack actually has an element trigger on it. So if you pair up Zhou Tai with, say, either fire or lightning, you can just have an entire spark show up after each of your dash cancel attacks.
Just one of those. I mean, because I suppose by the word cancel, this is a player exploit. This was not intended by the game designer.
Oh no, this is definitely intended because it is outright required that you know about the ability to cancel in order to have enough time for specific characters to do the things that they need to be able to do, such as take down officers really quickly or get to locations quickly.
Gotcha.
Zhou Tai himself doesn't necessarily need it, but it helps him quite a bit.
Well, it's good to know that you ought to keep an eye out for potential exploits once again, and especially among the different characters, because this is like the 5th different character we've played as now.
Yeah, somewhere in there. Sun Jian, Sun Seng Zhang, Zhou Yu, and Zhou Tai? Yeah, it's a 4th.
And we have not had yet any repeats.
No, we're gonna try and avoid repeats for the entire playthrough, which means I don't get to use I won't be using Zhou Tai in the latter half of the campaign, mostly because he's not actually available there. He ends up dead off screen, actually, kind of sadly.
I remember seeing that garrison before. That's the way out of this forest, I'm sure of it.
But yeah, in order to actually rescue Sensei from this particular predicament, you have to take down the hidden unit commanders that are in the forest, and then follow Sensei out into this garrison.
I kind of like this little graphic that they're using on the edges of the screen that just disappeared as soon as we went into daylight. I guess we're out of the forest now.
Yes, we are.
What the fuck?
Whoosh! Yeah. So Zhou Tai's specialty with the katana, or claw blade weapons, as it refers to, allows him to charge up a weapon switch by pressing and holding R1. I believe it goes up to 3 charges. However, you can release it as soon as the first charge is done, and it can actually knock enemies out of a defensive stance. Sacrificial stab.
Yep, because he held them in place while the sword went through both of them.
You will walk the path of the conqueror and clash with Lord Cao Cao. Don't you see? The more men of your caliber step forward, the worse this chaos will become.
Then go kill Cao Cao, not us.
All I have to do is defeat them all.
But first, somebody send me a doctor.
You fool.
Doctors don't exist in this time period. They're physicians.
I leave the rest to you.
Ganji.
Yes, Ganji is the actual sorcerer that's causing the delirium on Sensei.
He's perfectly clear to me.
And now we must defeat you in battle.
Yes. Especially because he has the ability to summon shadow clones.
Well, we already knew that. I mean, where the fuck were these people dropping in from when they were right in front of us?
Victory will soon be ours.
Also, who the hell are these allies who have been coming to this? Is this? 'Cause I thought this wasn't actually happening.
No, this is actually happening.
Talk about misdirection.
Alright, we managed to get Sensei out of the garrison. Now make sure that he gets back home nice and safely. Except Zhou Yu wants us to follow Sun Quan, which makes sense because Sun Quan is our actual charge.
Yes, you have my word.
Hey, Cao Ren.
I'm going to kick a
Cao
lot of
Ren is
asses.
an interesting character because he is one of the few characters in the game that is specifically defensively oriented, and his shield wall is honestly a really interesting weapon to use, at least in earlier Dynasty Warriors games. It ends up turning into a machine gun in Dynasty Warriors 5. It's actually really cool.
Look after your master. And keep in mind, there's no friendly fire in this game. Fire and swing your fucking windmill sword.
I love that there's no friendly fire, because Zhou Tai would be unplayable if friendly fire was a thing.
Oh, dude, this whole game would be not
Zhou
just
Tai
this
is
guy.
one,
Friendly fire would shut
one of
down
my favorite
everybody.
characters, specifically because he is an expert at clearing. Like, he can clear an entire field of enemies in under 30 seconds. Notice that our knockout count at the moment is already over 400.
Woo!
And we are, what, like 5 minutes into this mission, technically?
Right, because, God damn it just makes me want to fucking apply extended reach on my Kusubimaru and start slashing through dudes, and they can't block it because my reach is unreal, son.
That's almost what happens with Zhou Tai. If you put enough extended range on Zhou Tai with I think thunder element, you can effectively make it so that defensive options don't exist against him.
It was said that for 5 minutes and 49 seconds, a demon walked the land. Oh, finally, we're back at
Alright,
full
range
health.
on.
'Cause that was really intense back in those woods there when we had no health, but now we got full health and it's flashing like a fucking throbbing dick ready to fuck something.
For the record, the green bar is our health.
Yeah. Yeah, it is, isn't it? It's okay, though. Because I still am enjoying the game. Oh, yes. I may not understand what twin hooks and things like that are. Battle
Twin
cannons
hooks are
sound
the
pretty
weapon
cool,
style
too.
that Yu uses. It is significantly more complicated than I'm willing to get into right now, but it's an effective combat style at the very least. Hey, Zhou Dune.
Bye, Zhou Dune. I'll see you.
I fucking love his base Musou attack.
Yeah, especially when you're in New Game plus, extra plus, and then another plus on top of it.
Yeah, I know I shouldn't be running level 150 characters through normal mode missions, but screw you, man.
Well, I was going to say
I spent like 100 hours trying to get all the shit that I wanted. I still don't have all the shit that I want.
Now,
my end goal for this save file specifically is to have all the final weapons for each of the members of WHYYY. And unfortunately, that requires me figuring out how the fuck to get Lu Su's ultimate weapons. And Lu Su's ultimate weapons are a bitch because you have to perfectly execute Lu Su's strategies on multiple maps. And Lu Su's strategies are really goddamn complicated.
And decidedly unnecessary, because I kind of like fully upgraded Zhou Tai. I'm just saying. Also, I was wondering where these little moments come up. They clearly wanted you to spend some time with some of these boss enemies, but at the moment, they are the grass and we are the lawnmower.
No, we are the lawnmower double XL. Actually, we cut through so much grass that you will end up having to pay landscaping fees from your homeowner association.
We'll make John Deere tremble with our ability to mow through our enemies in order to save us on our costs. Like time.
Hey, Guojia showed up. Guojia is an interesting character because he is also a strategist, but he is on the Cao Cao's primary strategist from this point in the game.
God blast it.
Also, he has got the weapon set known as the Ball and Scepter. The Ball and Scepter is not a weapon that I'm comfortable using. I don't really understand what its primary gimmick is.
Being a
so
scepter.
I don't actually play with Guojia a lot, but I can do this to him. So there.
Yeah, but we could do that to just about anybody, whether or not he's wearing a crown or he's got a stupid dirt troll face that's just begging to be punched right in the nose.
I do need to apologize for the slowdown that's happening here. It's not supposed to be slowing down this much, but when I've got 30 plus enemies on screen with decently high graphic settings, yeah, especially with all the particle effects that Zhou Tai can force out.
Demoralize our foes.
Now, in order to actually save Sunsei here, you need to actually kill Ganji, and we did not do that.
Oh boy.
Still, I can't believe that.
All right, so now we're seeing that we have taken a different path on this fork in the road.
Path of a conqueror. Ridiculous. Trying to sell out my brother, and even hiring some pathetic conjurer of tricks.
It was Ganji, wasn't it?
No, not Sunsei. He's only been important for 2 missions.
I tried to kill 1,570 of them. I could only kill 1,569.
Our family's legacy to me. Now, it's my turn to entrust it to you.
What are you talking about, brother?
Well, yeah, didn't you see that fucking suicide phantom blade trick that dude did? Because that dude died, because he took most of it.
All yours.
But the tip of that blade had pierced our friends.
Now, if you do manage to take down Ganji and you've rescued Sun Jian, there's an additional scene that plays where Sun Jian actually comes out and takes Sunsei home to rest.
Yay. The Now, there is blood on our side. It has been shed. We will have our vengeance. It will be all the sweeter.
No. Ganji is gone.
Well, not specifically on Ganji himself. I am talking about Next Man, of course. See, that
yes,
is
Cao.
that is a good picture of Next Man. Take a good look at this person. You will see his face saying things while you kick his fucking ass.
Hey, Liu Bei.
Yes, we will take on Cao Cao together. With the power of friendship.
Well, with the power of allegiances, friendship is a thing that is supposed to be there between Wu and Chu, and just isn't because Liu Bei's a dick. Or rather, more specifically, Guan Yu's a dick. But here we're going to have one, in the next part we're going to have one of the most famous battles of this era. The Battle of Chibi, also known as the Battle of Red Cliffs. And I will for once not be using a level 150 character. Yeah, I'm going to actually be using Huang Gai for this level.
Is he correctly leveled?
Correctly is a bit of a misnomer. The correct level for this is technically supposed to be, I think, 25, but...
Oh, okay, so this is going to be no problem then.
I have
Yeah.
lived my life on the battlefield.